Tonight at 5, we're following breaking news out of Madison after police arrest a suspect who brutally attacked and assaulted a UW student over the weekend. We have new details from police. Plus, state Republicans are under fire over possible attempts to impeach the state's newest Supreme Court justice. You're watching News 3 now at 5. Tonight, police have arrested a suspect in the sexual assault of a young woman early Sunday. 26-year-old Brandon Thompson was booked into the Dane County Jail this morning. Armand Rahman live downtown with the latest on what led to the man's arrest. Armand?
Eric, Chief Sean Barnes called it the most frightening that right now it seems that the suspect had no connection to that victim. And according to the chief, the attack was discovered after witnesses overheard commotion and allegedly saw Thompson with the victim. Detectives canvassed the area of West Bedford and Wilson Street 3 times for people to come forward. And the assistant chief says Fitchburg police were able to locate Thompson thanks to video from businesses and community members.
Video that we received from the community proved to be a linchpin in the investigation. As a result of this video, detectives were able to read a license plate that directly led to the identification of Brandon Thompson as the perpetrator of this assault.
Police gave no further update on the survivor's condition, a woman in her 20s. Yesterday, they say she was expected to survive. And if you or anyone you know was a victim of rape or sexual assault, you can call the 24-hour hotline at the Sexual Violence Resource Center in Madison or the 24-hour National Sexual Assault Hotline. For now, live downtown Madison, Armand Rahman, News 3 Now.
Armand, thank you. If you missed the update from police earlier, you can watch the entire press conference on our News 3 Now app or channel3000.com. Just look for a link in the story. Temperatures finally cooling down. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti on the weather patio with more details. Gary?
Well, we have cloud cover. That makes a difference. You don't have the sun beating down on you. And the humidity is dropping as well as the second of 2 cold fronts is ready to come through the area. Let's start out by taking a look at visible cloud track. See, we had a little sunshine earlier today, but the clouds have rolled back in as the cooler air starts to work in from the north and west. And high-resolution radar shows a narrow band of showers and a couple isolated thunderstorms moving through southeastern portions of Rock County, south and east of Janesville, into southern portions of Jefferson County. 3-hour future track radar shows the possibility for a few more showers popping up, but at this point, most areas will probably stay dry. Low temperatures this morning start out mild, 71 in Madison, 60s to the west, but current temperatures are in the middle 70s. They went up a bit into the mid to upper 70s, a few places close to 80, but those temperatures have started to come down. Right now in Dane County, still 79 degrees in Edgerton, but to the north and west, 73 in Sauk City. Madison kind of right in between at 74. Look for mostly cloudy skies this evening. Again, a slight chance for a shower. Temperatures dropping into the upper 60s by late evening. Later on, I'll take a look at how cool it'll get over the next few days and whether there's a prospect for any more rain as we head toward the weekend.
Gary, thank you. Wisconsin Republicans are coming under fire over a possible attempt to impeach the state's newest Supreme Court justice. Democrats now are launching a campaign to pressure Republicans into voting against impeachment. Political reporter Will Keneally joins us with the details of this back and forth. Will?
Well, Eric, back in April, now Justice Janet Protasiewicz campaigned on a series of issues. For example, she's widely considered the deciding vote that would overturn the state's abortion ban. But during the campaign, she also called the state's legislative maps, quote-unquote, rigged. Now, Wisconsin is essentially a toss-up state, but Republicans have a near 2/3 supermajority in the state legislature. And because of her comments, Republicans don't want Protasiewicz ruling on whether those legislative maps are rigged. Now, if she doesn't recuse herself, Republicans say that they will impeach her. Now, Democrats say, though, that the threat of impeachment alone is dangerous enough for democracy.
It is now the urgent priority of anyone, Republican, Democrat, Independent, anyone who cares about democracy in Wisconsin, to contact everyone they know in the Wisconsin State Legislature, to contact their own legislators, to make sure that their voices are heard, that a political impeachment to nullify the spring Supreme Court election is absolutely unacceptable.
Now, the campaign that Democrats are launching will put public pressure on Republican legislators, especially those in districts that voted for Protasiewicz this spring. Now, in response to the announcement, Assembly Speaker Robin Vos says that this is, quote, all this does is prove that Justice Protasiewicz and the Democrat Party are one and the same. Now, Democrats stopped short of saying that they would try fully recalling Republicans, but we will continue to follow this story as impeachment talks progress.
All right, Will, thank you. Today, a trial began for a Madison man accused of killing a woman who he had been living with. 58-year-old Greg Rather is charged with first-degree intentional homicide, misappropriating ID information to obtain money, and unauthorized use of food stamps. Court records show he also pleaded guilty to possessing a firearm as a convicted felon. The charges stem from the death of 55-year-old Patricia McCullough back in July of 2021. There's been an uptick in COVID rates across the country within the past few weeks. As students head back to school now, we asked doctors here how parents can make sure they can keep their children healthy and know how to respond to respiratory illnesses. Our Catherine Merck breaks down the latest trends. Catherine.
Take a look at this dashboard. This is how the state health department tracks COVID-19 in wastewater. As you can see on this yellow line here, in the past couple of months, it's been trending upward in terms of the amount of COVID there. As we head back to school, the COVID-19 virus is something we're all used to by this point. We asked a doctor at SSM Health if we should still treat COVID-19 differently compared to the cold or flu. The doctor says, though we've moved to familiarize ourselves with these symptoms, hopefully the pandemic will influence how parents respond to a sick student and make sure tests still happen.
I want to be mindful that if you don't test, you still are infectious. And we probably should have done this more, diligently in the past as well, that when you do get sick, stay home from school or work.
The doctor says there are many overlapping symptoms for respiratory illnesses like this, so the COVID-19 test is the best way to make sure you know if you have the virus versus the cold or the flu. The FDA is set to approve an updated COVID booster on or around September 12th. Eric has more on those details.
Yeah, vaccine maker Moderna, Catherine, says its updated COVID shot should protect against the highly mutated new BA.2.86 variant. So far, only a few dozen cases of the variant have been identified globally. Moderna said it shared the data with regulators and is ready to supply its updated vaccine once it gets regulatory approval. Now, like Catherine said, the FDA sign-off for those shots is expected before a September 12th meeting of vaccine advisors with the CDC. Dog owners, listen up. We have an important recall to warn you about tonight. Mid-America Pet Foods recalling its Victor Super Premium Dog Food High Pro Plus. This is because of possible salmonella contamination. This is what the affected product looks like. The 5-pound bags were sold at various retailers in the U.S. and have a Best Buy date of April 30th of 2024. So far, no dogs or humans have gotten sick. Wisconsin's current minimum wage for tipped workers is $2.33 per hour. Two Democratic state lawmakers are trying to change that. Today, Senator Chris Larson of Milwaukee and Representative Francesca Hong of Madison reintroduced the bill to eliminate lower minimum wage rates for tipped workers. This means there would be one statewide minimum wage across Wisconsin. Service industry workers say it is necessary.
I'm tired of seeing my coworkers also so exhausted and panicked, wondering if another table will come in so that they can buy groceries and feed their family. And I'm tired of relying on the kindness and generosity of complete strangers to pay my bills. This has to change. We just want enough.
The lawmakers also say the passage of this bill will help staffing challenges due to lower wages. Today marks the start of UW-Madison's 175th academic year. Badger students trekked across campus and up Bascom Hill for the first day of classes. Union South hosted booths from businesses around town to bring some joy for the back-to-schoolers. And the streets near campus were busy with cars, bikes, and pedestrians trying to get to class, which were almost as busy as Badger game days. And speaking of game days, Badger fans were jumping to get back into Camp Randall for the football game against Buffalo last Saturday. But during the game, some fans found the only thing jumping was the audio levels. Online, attendees complained about the volume and timing of music, saying it was too loud and it played over the officials. In a statement from UW Athletics, they said they are aware of the audio issues and will be working on adjusting the levels going forward to make the Camp Randall game day experience the best in the country. The efforts of the stadium team will be tested again in the Badger fan sounding board on September 16th when the Badgers play Georgia Southern. Coming up, Gary has our complete forecast. Plus, as southern Wisconsin temperatures start to cool down a bit, things are heating up in the eastern part of the country, how communities there are coping. And more losses on Wall Street. The Dow falls another 199 points. The NASDAQ loses 148. The S&P 500 down 31. And we'll be right back.
Elevate your savings at the Century House. Right now, buy stressless recliners, sofas, and office chairs and earn up to $1,500 credit toward the purchase of additional stressless furniture. Or receive $400 off the purchase of any stressless signature base or cross-base recliner and ottoman. Don't wait. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
Are you sweating over high energy bills? Windows drafty or broken? Champion is here to help. With our 70th anniversary sale, buy 2 windows, get 2 free.
At Champion, we design new windows specific to your home's needs. Then they are built in our very own factory, installed by a team of professionals, and guaranteed for a lifetime by our best-in-class warranty. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Call or go online to book your free estimate at getchampionwindows.com.
We're cranking up the voltage, Wisconsin. Lottery retailers all around the state are lighting up with the latest limited time offer. During September, there is a 1 in 3 chance the lightning ball strikes a set of 2 plays on Megabucks. When it does, players get an extra number, which means better odds of winning a prize. Jackpot not included. This electric offer is only available for a limited time and only at Wisconsin lottery retailers.
You got me.
Tag. You're it.
Imagine a world with no drama. For the guarantee of high-quality promotional items delivered on time, go to 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
If you've been injured in a truck crash, you know what a life-changing experience it can be. What you may not know is that trucking law is extremely complex. We have a powerful team with the knowledge and resources needed to win. Don't wait. Call Gruber Law Offices today. We have a history of top-notch results and over 35 years of winning for injured people. And there's never a fee until we win. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Non-drowsy Claritin knocks out symptoms from over 200 allergens without knocking you out. Feel the clarity and make today the most wonderful time of the year. Live Claritin Clear.
Don't want your student missing school? News 3 Now shares signs parents can use to tell the difference between a cold and COVID-19. Then Madison is one step closer to getting an experimental pedestrian mall. We hear from local businesses on this new opportunity.
Help us pack the truck to kick off Coats for Kids.
Monday, News 3 Now is collecting kid-size winter coats at Clinky Cleaners on Monona Drive.
Stop by with a coat to keep kids warm this winter.
Pack the truck for Coats for Kids.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
The Ironman race, of course, is one of the toughest events that you can compete in. It returns this weekend to our area. There aren't many people who have the courage to put their body through that grueling test, but we are, I do understand we're having some technical issues, but when it comes to the Ironman, we understand one of our own is preparing to do it. Jalen Banks spoke with him today, and all right, we're gonna get to that story in just a moment, talking about the Ironman, which of course is coming to town over the weekend. Anyway, we'll get back to that story in just a moment. New today, a major show of support for Ukraine in an unannounced visit. Secretary of State Antony Blinken met with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. Blinken is the first U.S. senior official to visit Kyiv since Ukraine began its counteroffensive against Russia back in June. President Zelensky said he is thankful for continued support from the White House and Congress. Secretary Blinken also announced a new aid package worth more than $1 billion that includes at least $175 million in military support.
We are determined in the United States to continue to walk side by side with you.
This is a difficult challenge and difficult, tough period for our society.
The U.S. has so far provided more than $43 billion in security assistance to Ukraine. Secretary Blinken's visit comes as Russia unleashed more brutal attacks on the war-torn country. A missile strike on a market in eastern Ukraine killed at least 16 people today. And just hours before Secretary Blinken arrived, Russia aimed missiles at Kyiv, which were intercepted by Ukrainian air defenses. Narcan, a drug that can reverse opioid overdoses, is now available without a prescription. You can now buy it online or in-store at Walgreens, Rite Aid, Walmart, and CVS. A carton of 2 doses costs about $45. Almost every state already allows pharmacists to provide the medication without a prescription. Another FDA-approved nasal naloxone called Revive is scheduled to go on sale over the counter next summer. At least 1.7 million adults develop sepsis in the U.S. each year. Data shows many hospitals don't have the resources to identify and treat this life-threatening medical emergency as early as possible. Sepsis can be hard to identify and has a wide range of symptoms, but a new device hopes to change that. It's called the Flow Patch. The device adheres to the neck of a patient and wirelessly transmits real-time data to the healthcare team. It then allows them to monitor fluid management, which is a key part of sepsis treatment.
There's no doubt that because we've been able to very rapidly assess patients using this tool, we have been able to manage their treatment plan more quickly and efficiently and save lives as a result.
The CDC recently launched a guide to complement and support the implementation of existing sepsis guidelines at U.S. hospitals. Right now, hazardous air is taking over multiple states, triggered by those raging wildfires in Canada. This as record-breaking heat grips the Northeast. Gloria Pasmino has the latest.
Man, you're not getting me today.
In newly released video, a deputy putting his life on the line, racing through a raging wildfire in Washington state to warn people to flee the path of the deadly flames of a fast-moving fire in August. Right now, across the border in Canada, more than 1,000 active wildfires create a suffocating haze. Officials in Canada's Northwest Territories warning people to be prepared to flee the flames.
Having some food and water in your vehicle.
Thick smoke spewing from the fires, triggering air quality alerts in multiple states. The National Weather Service in Wyoming tweeting, expect smoky skies and reduced visibility at times. This as oppressive heat grips the Northeast.
It's hot as hell.
Lack of air conditioning has students suffering in some schools.
Is it harder to learn when it's that hot?
Yes, it's super hard.
I'm at the point where I'm ready to pull my kids out, at least for a week or so until this gets fixed.
Meanwhile, a new threat is gaining strength in the Atlantic. Lee is expected to rapidly intensify in the next few days into a powerful hurricane. Forecasters say it's too early to tell if the storm will have any impacts on the U.S. mainland. In New York, I'm Gloria Pasmino.
Well, a bit of a fall feel in the air. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti with our complete forecast. Gary?
Yeah, you'll feel it even more tomorrow. And we've had some showers and a few thunderstorms that have moved through the area over the last 24 hours, but not a lot of rain. Last night there was a little patch of thunderstorms that moved from Iowa into far southwestern Wisconsin. And today there have been some showers and isolated thunderstorms that have moved mainly south and east of Madison. Some areas have picked up to about a ½ inch of rain. Most areas that got rain saw less than a ¼ of an inch. And if you were north and west of Madison, for the most part, you've probably stayed dry and probably will stay dry. You can see a little narrow line of showers and thunderstorms that's moved southeastward. Not even a lot of lightning with this, and this is now moving through far southeastern portions of Rock County around Clinton, down into Walworth County around Delavan, and those should be gone probably in the next maybe half hour or so. But it's possible there could be an isolated shower or storm that pops up during the rest of the evening. You can see most of the rain has been through northeastern Wisconsin of that little line of storms here, and the 6-hour future track shows just a few scattered light showers, mainly east of Madison through the evening hours. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. The clouds will continue for tomorrow, and it'll be cool. High temperatures only in the upper 60s for tomorrow. As we get the showers out of here after this evening, we have dry weather through the weekend, which is really good news because a lot of things going on this weekend. And the chances of showers return Sunday night. They're likely on Monday of next week, although they will be light, and then maybe a chance of rain on Tuesday, and then another dry period after that. Of course, the Ironman is on Sunday, and I think the weather should be really nice for that. Temperatures starting out in the middle 50s early in the morning. Of course, that's when the swimmers start. By midday, the bikers are rolling on through. Temperatures up around 70 degrees, and then the marathon toward the end, temperatures in the mid-70s. There'll be more sunshine in the morning hours, more clouds in the afternoon, but it should be very comfortable. I'm not expecting any rain, and the wind should be light as well. Current temperatures are falling. To the north and west, they're in the 60s already, near 60 up in Superior, whereas Milwaukee's still near 80 degrees, but this is a second cold front comes through. And notice the difference in temperatures over the last 24 hours. Our temperatures have dropped by about 15 to almost 20 degrees across Wisconsin. To the west, they're starting to warm up again because they had the cooler weather yesterday. But the other thing is the dew point temperatures have really come down. We're still in the mid-60s, but not far to the west. Those dew points drop into the 40s. So that's the drier air that will be moving in behind the clouds for tomorrow. And then we're looking for a pretty nice period of dry and pleasant weather as we head into the weekend. Planning your night across Dane County, just an outside chance for a shower this evening. Otherwise, 59 for the Lone Pine Bluff, 59 in DeForest, and 59 for the overnight low temperature in Marshall. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, Janesville will bottom out at 62, Lone Rock 57, Camp Douglas dropping to 54 degrees. For tomorrow, look for mostly cloudy skies. but it will be cooler. High temperature at 69 degrees. First warn 7 to 10 day forecast brings us up to 73 on Friday, 78 on Saturday, and mid-70s on Sunday. A little more cloud cover in the afternoon. Chance of a shower or thunderstorm Sunday night. Some scattered showers on Monday as the high temperature drops back to 70. We'll be in the upper 60s for Tuesday and Wednesday of next week with a chance of showers on Tuesday, but then some more dry weather, and it looks like nice weather as we head into next weekend as well with high temperatures again in the middle 70s. As we check out first warn traffic, things looking pretty good this afternoon. Just a little bit of a slowdown eastbound on the Beltline around the usual spot around Monona Drive. Not seeing any issues on I-39, 90, 94 on the east side of Madison. Right now, about a 14 to 15 minute trip either way on the Beltline between University Avenue and the interstate. From Sun Prairie to downtown Madison, coming inbound is 17 minutes. Going back outbound, it'll take you 20 minutes on East Washington Avenue. US 12 Middleton to Sauk City is a 16-minute trip today. And I-39, 90 from the Beltline to Janesville is a 23-minute commute. That's your News 3 Now first warn traffic.
Gary, thank you. Economic analysts are breathing a sigh of relief for now. A new report from Goldman Sachs has an optimistic view about the U.S. economy over the next year. The report says the odds of a U.S. recession over the next 12 months are now down to just 15%, which falls in line with the historical average for any year.
Inflation is still high, but it is moderating here nicely, quickly, moving in the right direction. All the trend lines look good, getting inflation back to the Federal Reserve's target.
Goldman Sachs officials are calling this a soft landing, which means bringing down inflation without an economic collapse. They also say U.S. paychecks will keep rising higher than goods and that consumer spending will keep the country's economic engine running. Well, the Ironman race, as we mentioned, one of the toughest events you can compete in, and it returns to the Madison area this weekend. There aren't many people who have the courage to put their body through that kind of grueling test, but one of our own is preparing to do it. Jalen Banks spoke with him today and has more. Jalen?
Those of you at home probably don't know many of the faces that work behind the scenes every day to get the news on air. But one of our interns, Ryan Mayers, has been pulling double duty, training for the Ironman while working here and getting ready for his senior year at UW-Madison. For most, when people hear Ironman, they think of Tony Stark. But for Ryan, an intern here at News 3, he thinks of a 140-mile race. But like Tony Stark, he feels he's been living a double life.
I think it's really helpful to be able to have that duality between work and school and then this hard training process, because you're able to have that kind of release of stresses and everything.
The Ironman race consists of a 2-mile swim, 112-mile bike ride, and a 26-mile run to cap it all off. And what motivates him to finish on Sunday is the thought of finishing.
So it can be tough mentally to get through all the training, but I know that the more training you do, the easier race day will be. So really it's having that goal in mind of crossing that finish line really helps you stay motivated throughout the training process.
Ryan started his senior year at UW-Madison on Wednesday and says he looks forward to finally having some time off after Sunday.
It's a fun way to kick off senior year, pretty crazy way to kick off senior year. And I think it'll be fun after that. So, I'll have some downtime.
And after nearly a year of training, he's happy it's finally here.
It's been a bit now since sign up. It's kind of crazy that it's up this weekend.
Ryan says he's been training for this race since last November. And I know the hard work will pay off, and best of luck to you, Ryan.
Yeah, best of luck. Thank you, Jalen. Next at 5, does the end of the summer travel season mean we could see some lower prices at the pump? The experts weigh in after a short break.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Fry Construction invites you to usher in the fall season with our exclusive fall sale. We're talking about savings of 23%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 3 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Get on board for our fall savings. Save 23% off gutters with any full roofing project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something in the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says This one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes in as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes.
My real true opinion is wholly words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, "Hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm, please send me more." And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. The way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
This Labor Day is the best time to try Plexiderm at our starter price of only $14.95. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Here's your parachute.
Packed it myself.
Certain it's okay?
Mm-hmm.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters. Like the certainty of congratulating coworkers or saying thank you for being a customer with promotional products from 4imprint. Our expert team is dedicated to making your satisfaction a certainty.
Packed it myself.
Land the perfect products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint for certain.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Drivers felt the pinch at gas pumps this Labor Day holiday weekend as gas prices neared historic highs. But does the end of the busy summer driving season mean some relief? Karen Kaifa tells us what analysts have to say.
With summer road trips in the rearview mirror, this is typically the time of year when gas prices start to retreat.
Fall is generally a time of year where most motorists will see falling gasoline prices. A lot of that has to do with the fact that now with summer over, demand for gasoline declines, and that should lead to price improvement.
Fall also brings winter gasoline to the pumps, a blend that makes it easier to start cars in cold temperatures that's also cheaper to produce and can send prices 10 to 30 cents lower per gallon. But this September, Patrick DeHaan of Gas Buddy says there are things to watch here at home.
Our hurricane season that is in its prime, certainly a very active one, so we'll have to keep an eye out for any threats. Keeping in mind that much of the nation's refining capacity is in the Texas and Louisiana area of the Gulf. Hurricanes can disrupt the flow of refined products.
And factors abroad, like the pressure on global oil prices as the world's biggest exporters of crude oil extend production cuts to boost their revenues.
Expectations are now that the Saudis and Russians are cutting oil production for the next several months. If there's any deviation to that, any surprises from OPEC, we could also see some of that expected improvement offset.
The good news, gas prices are still well below their peak in June 2022, when the national average for a gallon of regular gas topped $5 per gallon. In Washington, I'm Karen Kaifa.
And here in Dane County, the average cost of a gallon of regular is about $3.47. Well, we're back with a final check of your First Warn forecast after a short break.
There's nothing better than a great night's sleep on a new Tempur-Pedic mattress from Steinhafels. And right now, save up to $700 on adjustable base sets. Plus, get $300 in Steinhafels cash. Tempur-Pedic queen mattresses start at just $42 per month when you use Steinhafels 72-month financing. Tempur-Pedic mattresses are designed to make aches and pains a thing of the past by relieving pressure points and supporting the body as no other mattress can. Shop in-store or online at steinhafels.com.
Need to update your furniture? Menards is your one-stop shop with all of the latest furniture styles at the lowest prices. Plus a great selection in stock, ready to take home today. So go ahead, relax in a recliner, get cozy in a love seat, or simply unwind with a comfy sofa. Need more seats? We've got sectionals too. Get 11% off on the entire Scotty furniture sets. Hurry in. These deals won't last long.
Save big money at Menards.
What do you win when you load up on local at Willie Street Co-op? Well, your health wins because your food is fresher, healthier, and more flavorful than food that's traveled long distances. Our community wins because you're putting your money back into the local economy through hardworking farmers and vendors. Our planet wins because you're helping to reduce packaging waste, preserve farmland, and protect water quality. So, next time you're at Willie Street Co-op, remember that choosing local food is a win-win-win for everyone.
You work hard enough. Take a load off this Labor Day with new appliances from Brothers Maine. Celebrate the holiday with unbeatable deals on top brands like GE Appliances, Cafe, Hotpoint, and Haier. Don't miss out. Shop the Labor Day sale at Brothers Maine today.
In a Class 3 casino, you're playing against the house, so there's no guarantee a player has to win. Ever. And in a Class 2 casino, the players play against each other and not the house. So someone always wins.
So you're saying... He's saying if you want to win at something, you have to go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, a Class 2 casino where someone has to win. How about this then?
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
To everyone who's hungry for something special,
Culver's is the place for us. Hi, what can I make fresh for you today? It's nice being greeted by people who are glad to see you. And I appreciate that they use real ingredients, like fresh beef and Wisconsin cheese. The frozen custard is so fresh and creamy, it tastes like it was made just for us. It's our pleasure. Just spending time with family, that's what mealtime at Culver's is all about.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious!
Create your perfect room for entertaining, relaxing, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get up to $6,500 off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today.
Patio enclosure.
Well, in about 30 minutes, no more cars at all on State Street. Now a new proposal aims to do just that. We'll have the details tonight on News 3 now at 6. Gary's back. Final check of the weather.
Yeah, it looks like some showers just moving out of Rock County, right around Clinton, just south of I-43. 6-hour future track radar shows perhaps a few more showers popping up, but most areas will probably stay dry this evening.
All right, more updates in a half hour on News 3 now at 6. Stay tuned now for the CBS Evening News.